Hello everyone, I would like to welcome you all to Forestry 231 Introduction to Biometrics course. This has always been as a distance learning course. That means everything you will be doing online. So I have been teaching this course from 2014. And then I'm also teaching other courses in the Forest Resources Management Department at UBC. I'm also teaching in geomatics, the graduate level course. I'm also teaching at an undergraduate level the forest computer applications, whole sorts of data analysis, and then how to use different software that has been useful in forestry. So in this course, you will be learning many different methodologies in statistics, how we can apply them in biological science, also maybe how we can apply them in forestry, and how we can apply them in different fields. So you will see that we will have a variety of examples. So I created some pages where you can introduce yourself. So I would like to show you and give you a tour of the course. That's why I made this video, and that if you need any kind of help, do not hesitate, let me know. I'm also keeping office hours, so I will show you all these in the course drive. Again, welcome you all. Thank you for joining the course. So after you log into the page, you will see that we have home page, syllabus, modules, announcements. So all the items are on your left side. We also have the inbox and calendar. So I will talk about those a little bit later. Let's go to the modules. On the module, you will see that I actually wrote a welcome message for you. So on the welcome message, I gave you all sorts of information. So at first, I'd like you all to go to the Piazza page and introduce yourself. So if you just select Piazza on the left side menu, let's say open that, and then going to Piazza, then you will see that there is a post said introduce yourself. So you can see this is the post, introduce yourself. Or as I mentioned, if you write at the rate of 6, that means that's the ticket number of this post. You can write down about yourself. Maybe a couple of sentences is enough. Just mention about you so that your classmates get to know you. After that, if it's asked for a access code, you can actually add 231 for the access code in Piazza. And if you have any trouble accessing Piazza, let me know. So on Piazza, you can post anytime, but we will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours on weekdays. And then try not to post just if you need help right away. Let's say on assignment 1, it's due in an hour, or maybe it's due tomorrow, or it's due in a few hours, and then you are trying to get help immediately. No, we cannot do that. So all you need to do is to keep posting, and then we will try to get back to you as soon as we can. We also have weekly office hours. Based on when we are available, we are trying to post it. We will send you a survey, so that based on the survey we will pick a good time for all, but we thought maybe Tuesday would be better for us. So we will see how it goes. So you will hear from us soon. But if you go to the office hours, so you will see that we have plans for weekly office hours, and then we have plans for keeping office hours, the extra office hours before the midterm and final exam. How you can drop by during the office hours? So you can go to Zoom from here, or you can go to Zoom on the left side menu. So if you click on Zoom, then you will see that the office hours will show up here. For now, I just add the Q&A session. You can just, there you will see that on your view, there is a join button, and then you can join based on which day it is and what time is it. So office hours will show up in here. Q&A session. So drop by the Q&A session to discuss any specific topics I mentioned on the Q&A session page. So you will see that I'm talking about few days when we can all discuss. So based on the topic we have, because in this course we have 5 topics, but we divided them into 10 lessons. So I will show you them. So in those 10 lessons, so you can see it's based on the assignments. It's related to lessons 1 and 2 and statistical measures and description of data. So you can see on May 10th, 2 to 3 p.m. I will be discussing with you all regarding this topic. So I would expect that before May 20th, you all should have go through lessons 1 and 2, and maybe take a look at assignment 1. You don't have to complete it, so that we can actually discuss these lessons and bring in your questions. Also bring in question for assignment 1. Maybe I will give you some overview if you want, and then you can start working on assignment 1 and then ask me any question you have, and then we will follow through for other lessons and other assignments. Then emailing me to get any help. Let's say you have any personal matter, let's say regarding the midterm exam. If there is any issue with the exam time, you can contact me. You don't need to post on Piazza. You can just directly email me. To email me, you have to use the inbox. So you can see that I gave you a picture. So if you need to email me regarding any personal matter, or let's say you are not feeling well or something happened to you, I hope not, so you can email me. So you can go to inbox, and then on inbox maybe select this course and then email me from there. You can search my name. And then I would say do not email me if it is not personal, or if it is solving a problem in the learning modules, or let's say assignments. So I would prefer you go through the Piazza or office hours or Q&A sessions. So we have plenty of options where you can get help. So let's go to the course lessons. So on the course lessons page, actually on the modules, you will see that I have posted the welcome message, when is the office hour, Q&A session, and then academic integrity. This is the most important one. So you know, at UBC we follow some policy for academic integrity. Let's say in this course you are allowed to work together, but you are not allowed to submit or use someone else's answers. So you can go through them, what it means as an academic misconduct, and then if we find anything, what are the policies we are going to follow through. I mentioned them in this page. And there are lots of information available. If you are not sure, if you need any help, or if you have any question, let me know. Piazza, you can join Piazza from here or join Piazza from here. So both are fine. So I gave you some course overview, instructor, and then the schedule. So let's say in this course we have the topics. We are going to go through statistical measure, descriptions of data, and then distribution of random variables, sampling distribution, hypothesis testing, then analysis of variance. And then we have discussion page, discussion page for contribution, quiz, and assignments. So you need to contribute to those, but for all of them I try to keep the unified due date, so that it will be easier for you. So let's say if it is related to statistical measures and description of data, the discussion, contribution, quiz, assignments, everything should be submitted by May 27th, and then you can see the other ones. So exam is on June 24th, at 11 a.m. Okay, so on the syllabus I will talk more about that. Also there is a midterm exam page. You can get to know more about the midterm exam on that page. So now we have, you can see we have 10 lessons in this course, and for each lesson I added a discussion contribution, and you will see that every even number lessons we have assignments, quiz. You can see for lesson 1 we are going to work on statistical measures and description of data. So if you go to the commentary page, because the first one is more like a review, overview of what we have, so you can see that the lesson 1 we have the description of everything. I will try to provide a video of this one, so I'm trying to add a video. So you will see that in lesson 1 we're going to learn about statistical measures and description of data, and then you need to read them. You also need to read book chapters, the related book chapters, and then you will see that in many times we are actually talking about reading the chapter 1 or reading the other chapter. So which chapter you are going to read in the textbook, you will get to see that. After that I need you all to contribute to this discussion page. So on this discussion page you will see that I added some questions for you, and then you need to post your question by hitting reply. And then you cannot see other people's posts before you post them. Do not try to post the blank comment, and then I will consider that you are not posting anything. Or do not try to submit a blank comment and then edit it later just to see what other people are saying. At first, answer the questions I ask you one by one. Say number 1, number 2, number 3, and then you can also comment on each other's post. So I'll talk about the grading policy about that, and then you will see that we have the next lesson about probability. Similar fashion, you will get to know the lesson on learning modules, and then after learning the lesson with this module, then you can again work on the discussions. And then we also have the quizzes based on what we have in lesson 1 and lesson 2, and then that's why I say L1 and L2 and assignment 1. So you can actually see that in quizzes I added 2 attempts. You can take 2 attempts, and then I will actually I will keep the highest score among those 2 attempts. But in the assignment you will see that I added only 1 attempt. That means you have to finish it in 1 attempt, but anytime you can work and then save your work and then come back and then work on it again, but you have to submit by May 27th. So I'll talk about the penalty if you submit it late, what will happen a little bit later. So there is only 1 attempt, sorry, it says 2, now it is not 2, it's only 1 attempt I provided. So you need to submit within 1 attempt, and if there is any attempt, then I will actually maybe I will take a look what was the problem. Let's say your first attempt got lost, or maybe you had some difficulty, then you can contact me. I will try to add another attempt for you. Then you can I'll prefer that you actually work on the lesson 1 and then related book chapters, then post on the discussion page, then go through the probability and then read them, and then drop by in my Q&A session. Also, while you are working on them, every week we are also keeping office hours, so you can drop by during the office hours. But then again, the Q&A session, the first session is all about lesson 1 and lesson 2. So I will hope that you get through these 2 lessons, and then at least take a look at what are the questions we have in assignment 1. Then you can ask me some questions. In a similar fashion, you will see that I added other lessons, and then I try to keep what we have in lesson 3 and 4, what are the activities you have, the due dates you can see are the same. Then after lesson 4, we have the midterm exam. Midterm exam is based on what we went through in lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, and then related book chapters, also in assignment 1 and 2. Then you will approach this exam. So exam is on 24th at 11, and then the midterm exam information is posted here. So you can read through them. So we will be using Respondus lockdown browser. So at Respondus lockdown browser, you can start at 11 a.m. But I actually posted, I will actually post a practice exam in here so that you can actually practice how to use the Respondus lockdown browser. That will be really, really useful for you if you can complete the practice exam ahead of time. Okay. Then you will see that I posted other lessons, and then the rest of the lessons will be in the final exam. So I will post the final exam, but final exam will be set by UBC. So that when they will schedule it, then I will try to give you more information about the final exam. Let's take you to the syllabus. So on the syllabus, you will see that I wrote down all the policies that we will be working on this course. So you will see that I already talked about the Piazza, response time, and then the Q&A session, office hours, and then the Q&A topics to discuss when we will be talking about it, and how you can prepare yourself. So I listed all the learning modules. So learning activities, as I mentioned to you, is the discussion page contribution. So you can post after completing a lesson, but try not to post a blank comment. And you can comment on each other's post. If you comment on each other's post on all of the discussion pages, so there will be some bonus marks. So you can see contributing to the page, and there will be some bonus marks. And then quizzes, there are 5 quizzes, and the due dates are mentioned in there. So I will keep the highest grade among those 2 attempts. And then you can see I have assignments. We have 5 assignments in this course, and what attempt is added, and then you actually have to use the first attempt. If there is any problem, logistical problem, then you can let me know to add an extra attempt. But then again, after grading is done, or you already attempted the first one, then I'm not going to allow any more second attempt. Midterm exam and final exam, it has to be taken on the exact date and time. If there is any problem with the date and time, you have to let me know. Also, if you have accessibility letter with you, you need to provide me the letter, and then according to the letter, I will allocate the extended period of time based on the letter. So the midterm exam is 60 minutes long. The final exam is 2 hours long, but I added on both exam 20 minutes extra, just to be sure if there is any problem, then you can use those 20 minutes. But then again, you can feel free to use those 20 minutes. So we will be using Respondus lockdown browser, but I will actually try to add practice exams for midterm and final exam, so that you get to know what might be in the final or midterm exam, what are the structure we follow. Then that will give you some ideas. The textbook, you already know what the textbook we are following, and then textbook's chapters are related to the lessons. You don't need to read all the chapters, so I mentioned to which chapter you have to read. It's associated with which lessons. So you can see we have 10 lessons. In assessment criteria, we have the discussion page contribution, assignment quiz, midterm, and final exam. If there is any change, I will talk to you, but you can see that's the structure we are following. these are the due dates you actually saw on the Canvas page. So we have some late policies. So for grading them, let's say discussion page, you have to submit the answers within the specified time. And then after the due date, I'm not going to allow, I'm not going to open, and you lose the whole marks. But if you comment on each other's posts, you will get some bonus marks, up to 2 bonus marks. Okay. So you can say mentioned here. So if you, let's say we have 10 discussion pages, if you contribute to those pages, you will get the 10% marks if you answer everything. And if you post to other people's post, then for posting to other people's post on all of them, then you will get the bonus marks. But if you, let's say you submitted to your discussion and then you only commented on 2 discussion page, then you are not going to get the bonus marks. And then assignments, we are not going to accept anything after 5 days, and then you will lose 2 marks up to 5 days. That means 10 points you will lose. After 5 days, I'm not going to allow unless it is a legitimate reason. And then I need to know, maybe sometimes depending on the situation, I also need to know from your advisor and from your student service if there is any need for me to grant you any extra time. So for the quizzes, it's the same. You have to maintain the time, otherwise you won't get any marks. Midterm and final exam, it has to be taken on the exact date and time. Okay, so for now, I would say use Piazza and then post your questions on Piazza, the general questions you have. Introduce yourself on Piazza and then drop by our office hours. So we will pick a time. Q&A session is on 20th May. Drop by on the Q&A session. And then for now, just get yourself familiar with the modules and then ask us question on the Piazza. If you want to work together with any course member, you can let me know. Also on Piazza, you can say whether you want to work with your peers. You can mention it there, and you can let me know if you need any help to find a group mate. So on 20th May, we'll be talking about lesson 1, lesson 2, and then assignment 1. So for now, try to familiar yourself with the course materials and then ask me questions. That's it for now. Thank you so much. Again, welcome you all to this course.